These are 5 investments to avoid before the December of 2025. Allow me to repeat. These are 5 investments to avoid before the December of 2025. I've seen a lot of people making mistakes. Some people are calling themselves investors, and you're not an investor. I remember back when I was in campus, we used to bet on football betting, and we used to call ourselves, hey, we are investing and we are investing. Then we could gather around and we try to brainstorm what I don't know what teams will win and whatever. We were not investors at that particular point. At times you might actually confuse yourself that you are an investor and you're not. At times then you buy some shares, for instance. You buy today, then tomorrow morning you contemplate about selling and something like that. The moment you see, I don't know, downsizing or it to be like, hey, how can I get out? You're not an investor. You're actually what you call a speculator. Anyway, this is Good Joseph, and I try the best as I can to come here, share with you tips or where to invest and how to go about it. And I'm delighted that you're part of these. And by the way, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure that you subscribe and leave a comment on the comment section. Let's get on the business. Number 1, investment to avoid before the December. How many here have seen something trending in our TVs? Just the TV, you know, when you tune on your TV where you watch the news and whatever, or you flip from one channel to the other. How many of you here you've seen something strange? First of all, in Kenya, we have actually, we have a lot of TV channels that just came from nowhere, a lot of TV channels. And when you flip from the other, you realize that there's something trending. They're saying, hey, you know what, you do a pay bill, I don't know, you send an M-Pesa till, and then somebody behind the TV is saying something like, hey, keep on sending your money. You know, somebody is about to outsmart you, you're about to win this prize. They tell you, hey, if you send, say, 1,000 or whatever the money they are saying out there, then you're likely to win 80,000. So keep on sending, keep on sending. Then they're kind of pushing you, keep on sending. And then they're telling you, hey, you are now number 3, you know, keep on. Yeah, and then you're like, you're competing with somebody whom you don't even know. Then they're telling you, oh, you know what, now you're at number 2, keep on pushing. There is only one person ahead of you. Come on, keep on. When they say keep on pushing, they're simply saying, hey, keep on sending more money, keep on sending more money. I mean, by virtue of you sending more money to whatever the P bill or the till or whatever the thing it is, then they're telling you you're competing with somebody and you're about to win. So they kind of, you know, establish that kind of, you know, atmospheric view, like, hey, you're about to win this money. Then you're imagining, okay, fine, I only have 10,000 here. They're saying, hey, we can win a prize of up to 100,000 or even more. You're like, okay, fine, there's nothing wrong. If I invest this, 10,000, then if I win 150,000, then I'm good to go. You know, listen, my dear brothers and sisters, until when will you Kenyans be gullible? Until when will you guys be smart? Until when you guys will you learn? And if maybe you have some grandparents back at home, older parents, or parents who are back home in the up country, and they do not know these things, probably they don't even know Good Joseph. They have never even watched my videos to be, sensitized about these happenings. We are living in a country where it is so, not even a country per se, but the world itself. We're living in a world whereby I'm telling you, it's so crazy. If you're not smart, it can be taken advantage of. Please. And you find somebody sending this money. Surely. I even saw a certain document. Imagine, listen, I made this video on my TikTok. And then after a week or two, then there was a documentary that was released by NTV. NTV is one of the biggest TV stations we have in Kenya, of which, for them, I've never seen them doing that. So now the thing here is, most of the people have not gotten this information. They think that they are investing. No, listen. They were saying, based on what the NTV reported, this is not about me, based on what the TV reported, they did some, what we call the research and investigation, then you are almost competing with nobody. It's only you who is sending money to that particular place. And by the time you realize you've lost everything, and then you are told you never won, your competitor won, and then your money is gone, you thought that you're investing. That is not how to invest. Please, let us run away from this mentality that money can just be made quickly. By the way, there's nothing wrong making money quick, and it can actually happen. That is if you had the brilliant idea, and then you can utilize that idea within the shortest period of time, can transform everything. But you see, it doesn't work the way people think. Take your money, throw somewhere, you get, nah, it doesn't work that way. So guys, be very careful. Those TV gambling programs and what have you, be very, very, very careful. Those are not investments. That is simply betting and gambling. And the funny thing is that some of these TVs are actually Christian-based TVs. And from as little as I was, and I'm not perfect on this anyway, I don't know. Let me not get there. If I get there, I might actually rub shoulders with some of you guys. But sometimes I feel bad when I see those things happening. Please avoid those things. Please don't cross over to the 2026 with a similar mentality. Please. Okay. Number two, high yield investment that are not registered. High yield investment. High yield investment that are not registered. For example, I'm going to mention this because it's already on the public domain, and I'm only reporting, I'm not creating news. We had a high yield investment with a company called Saiton. And a lot of people complain, up to date, they're still on court. Well, somebody told me there's some green light, they're about to get their cash. I don't know how true that information is, but they invested in a high yield investment that actually turned against them. Something went wrong and their money is not there. What that money ought to have invested, it was not there. There is no investment, there is no money, so you're just found in between. We say the hard rock and a stone. So the thing here is, and again, after doing some research, we realized that high yield investment had not been registered by Capital Market Authority of Kenya. Please, this is what I always ask people to do. The moment you identify an opportunity, or whatever, the moment you identify something you think it's an opportunity to invest, always go the step further and ask yourself, okay, what kind of an investment is it? Is it a capital market related investment? Is it a stock market? Is it a financial? Who ought to regulate this particular investment? And then go a step further and find out, is it registered? Is it regulated? Anything which involves money here in Kenya, it is registered, ought to be known, whether it is a bank, whether it's a microfinance, whether it is a SACCO, whether it's a what, ought to be registered, ought to be known. You cannot just pick an investment whereby they're telling you invest this, you get this at the end of this period. Ask them. Of course, they will tell you we are registered and regulated by this company. If they tell you that, then ask them to give, if it's a betting company, they usually issued by what we call a BCLB number. Ask them who regulates you. Okay, fine. If they claim so and so institution regulates them, then go a step further. These institutions are on public domain. They tell you are regulated by the CMA. Go to the Google search, CMA, Capital Market Authority of Kenya. Go get their official number, customer care number. Call them. These people are human beings. You just call them, hey, I'm so and so. I wanted to invest in something so and so and so. Do you recognize it? Is it listed under what and what? They will simply tell you no. We don't recognize such a fund. We don't recognize such an investment. Then you've saved your money. Simple. But now you people do not understand how things work. You just want to grab something, and the moment I tell you, hey, let us pull a chair and sit and let's have a conversation. Don't advise me, it's my money, let me do anything. Sure, it is your money anyway, even if you want to invest in whatever place you want to, but let's a little bit be wise, and such kind of a thing. So high yield investments that are not registered is very dangerous to put your money out there. Another thing is that this is what we call the guaranteed investment. Ever come across an individual, an institution, or a corporate telling you invest with us and you're gonna get yourself a guaranteed investment? And I'm putting it in quote, investment. We do not have any investment that is a guarantee. None. When I say guarantee, I mean like it's 100%. None. That's a fact and that's a reality. We may have the investment that are low risk, or the risks are very negligible, likes of the treasury bills, bonds, MMFs, and what have you. They are very negligible. If we do what we call the track record or the past performance, we do not have any track records of anybody who has ever lost money with those investments. But the point here is nothing is 100%. So when you see somebody is banking on 100%, telling you, hey, this money can't be lost, oh, this money, you 100%, your money is safe and whatever. My brother, my sister, you're about to be conned. It is good to make sure that you understand this. Hey, whenever you are investing, it's a leap of faith. It's a leap of risk that you are taking. There are risks involved. So it is good to always understand that. So when you see somebody gravitating towards guarantee, those are the terms and things that they are mentioning when you guys are discussing about investments. Please, you're about to be gullible. Be very, very, very careful. You know why I'm saying this? You have realized one thing, okay? Since I started making videos on investments, shares, MMFs, and what have you, we always have some other groups of people will actually come along, and then purport and masquerade as the MMFs and what have you. And because they know you guys are moved by quite high returns, then they usually share with you crazy returns. And then they mask themselves under the money market fund. They tell you, hey, this is a money market fund. For example, there are some funny companies. I'm yet to establish what are all those companies. And then I'm going to make a video and list them here. They are saying, hey, we are stock markets. But then the returns that they are promising you, honestly, they are out of this world. So it is always good to know. The fourth one, or should I say the second last one? The second last one is an investment, you investing on family and friends, and I have to give this one a very big highlight so that you understand what I mean. Avoid investing on your family and friends at a reciprocal. What does that mean? At a reciprocal, it means family and friends at a reciprocal. What does that mean? Simply means you're investing in them with a hope that they're gonna reciprocate that. Oh, I'm helping these friends of mine because when I'm in a trouble, then I'm banking on them, them helping me. I'm telling you, if there is an investment that usually flops within a click of a button, it's such kind of an investment. Because these guys, one thing, when you help people, I didn't know this. I think as I'm growing older, some of things are becoming more real and more understandable to me. Back then, honestly, I used to think like, hey, if you have a friend and you help them or you support them when they are in need, then in a way, sure, you are helping, but to some extent, there is usually some kind of hope, like, you know what, I'm just cementing this friendship, and one day I'm looking forward, maybe when I'll be in need, they can also help me in what you get what I'm saying. Oh, well, I'm telling you, this goes south. I'm not saying you should not help. I always tell people, please, do you want to help people? Just help them and forget about it. Don't even help with a condition. You may not tell them, hey, I'm giving you this because I'm expecting. No, you're just giving them and you're like, let it be. Whether they will ever turn back to you, well and good. Whether they'll never turn back onto you, well and good. But helping people with this idea of, I'm doing this because I'm expecting them to reciprocate. I'm telling you, my friend, things goes south. Things doesn't work that way. Last one, but of course not the least, is where we talk about anything that you do not know. Please avoid investing in anything that you don't know. If I show you some of the DMs I get, hey Joseph, I invested in a money market fund, but I do not know what it is. Please, would you help me understand? Sometimes I even ignore that text because that shows me that is a person who is an ignorant of the highest order. They know nothing. They know nothing, but they just invested their money. For me, the first investment I got myself into was stocks. I think I gathered a little bit like 35% of stocks. Once I gathered that information of what it is, I didn't know everything 100% for me to get into. Don't confuse what I'm saying. You find somebody knows nothing, just you hear, hey, investment called money market fund, go invest your money. Boom, they are rushing. You're behaving as if investment is an emergency. It is not. First understand, even if you not gather the 100% information, just gather the foundation of what is it. Okay, it's a CIC, okay, meaning it's a collective investment scheme, okay, okay, this is, wow, okay. You may not get the full concept, but you have the idea. But when you're telling me here, I didn't invest my money there, I do not know what it is, I don't even know how it works, show me how it goes. That is almost an ignorant person talking to you. And it's so bad. See, do not invest in anything that you don't know, even if it's so good and whatever. Take your time. Investment is not an emergency. Don't rush breaking your egg going there. This is good, Joseph, at all the time. This is my number in case you need my services. Shoot me a text on WhatsApp. I said text on WhatsApp. See you the next time.